Let's talk about the first Raw of 2024. This show had a couple of themes, and one of the first themes was a match between Nia Jax and Becky Lynch. So, this match is about 5 years in the making. It goes back to when Nia Jax accidentally broke Becky Lynch's nose and bloodied her face, and that supposedly propelled Becky Lynch to superstardom. I thought this was going to be a pretty straightforward babyface underdog overcomes the odds against a monster heel match. I expected Becky Lynch to win the opening match, keep everything on a positive vibe. Great way to start off the show, great way to start off the year. But no, Nia Jax won clean. And I think this makes Nia Jax really interesting because so far her booking since returning, it hasn't been the best. Like they teased her with Rhea Ripley and then they didn't do anything about it. So it was pretty interesting. I really liked this new style of storytelling, and I don't think it's ever happened in wrestling before, where Shinsuke Nakamura's feud with Cody Rhodes is kind of anime based. Like Shinsuke is a villain, but he's like an anime villain. And not only is he an anime villain, but he's kind of like he's got this past that you kind of feel bad for because you always wish Shinsuke got pushed and really made it to the top, and clearly he didn't, and maybe that's made him bitter. So yeah, it's a very interesting feud for Cody to be in as he heads into the Rumble and presumably then, you know, dashes on to face Roman Reigns. Okay, so when Jinder Mahal showed up for the advertised a former WWE champion is returning segment, I was I was like, really? Jinder Mahal's the big surprise. So I thought, okay, maybe he's out here because, he's going to retire. Maybe he got injured and he can't ever step into the ring again. So maybe that's why they're giving him this moment to come out here and, say his goodbyes. But then he got into the ring and started cutting a heel promo. And I'm like, wait a minute. I know how the WWE works. This is not going to go unchallenged. Some babyface is going to come out. So then I was thinking, well, which babyface could that? And of course, they had to be a former WWE champion as well. So I thought, okay, well, maybe it could be CM Punk, but they already advertised him for next week. And if he came out now, like, it wouldn't feel like a surprise. Is it going to be Stone Cold? Probably unlikely. But is it going to be The Undertaker? Who is it going to be? Could it be The Rock? It turns out it was The Rock. He showed up, embarrassed Jinder Mahal. I think Day One Douchebag is now going to be like a permanent chant, maybe, that sticks with Jinder Mahal for the rest of his career, kind of like "You Suck" for Kurt Angle, or how John Cena sucks for John Cena. So the segment ends with The Rock taking out Jinder Mahal after Jinder tried to attack him. Then he said, okay, I'm hungry, I'm going to go get it. A meal? Should I sit at a booth? Should I sit at a bar? Or should The Rock sit at the head of the table? And I was like, oh man. Could it finally be happening? The Rock versus Roman Reigns? I mean, if this is a tease, man, I would be so sad, but I really hope it's not. Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre for the World Heavyweight Championship. Now, I was not sure who was going to win this match. I realized as the match was going on that I hadn't seen Damian Priest and Finn Balor all night. And so does this mean that they've got something planned? Maybe Damian Priest is going to show up and cash in Money in the Bank. And he actually did show up during the match. I think if I had to pick one scenario, it would have been Seth Rollins would have retained. But, McIntyre could have won. And even Priest could have cashed in. Anything was possible. And so this match had that sense of unpredictability to it. Of course, Priest failed his cash in Again, this is starting to make him look like a big joke now. Drew McIntyre also looked like a joke here. You know, he tried to pin Seth Rollins, he pulled up his legs, hooked it up, and then Seth's legs touched the ropes. And it's like, McIntyre, are you an idiot? You've been doing this for years. And the spot didn't come off as clean. Like, you could see McIntyre looking at the rope as he moved Seth's feet there. So, like, anyways, I get what they were trying to do, and I appreciate that, which is that Drew McIntyre is his own undoing. Anyways, Seth won, he retained, and I think his reign might be coming to an end. I don't think he's making it past April as World Heavyweight Champion. I think he is going to drop the title very shortly, and it will likely be Damian Priest cashing in on him. I think that's what's going to happen. So overall, a great uh, opener for WWE programming in 2024, and really excited to see the second full year of the Triple H era take place. This is exciting times, and let's see what this week's SmackDown New Year's Revolution is like.